Well, let's have a look at how my aquaponics systems are doing in winter. I've got 3 to show you. I've got a couple of issues going on, so have a look and I'll walk you through sometimes we have problems and what to do about it. This is my recycled system. Everything I built here was from what I found on the side of the road, scavenged or traded, which is excellent. I love being able to build systems like this. So let's have a look, because we've actually had a problem happen yesterday and I'm here to have a look and see if it's righted itself. So in case you've forgotten this particular system, we have the bathtub is the fish tank and the water pumps up into this biological and mechanical filter. Just zoom in. I had to take the matting out yesterday to clean it and I didn't put it back in. So this is a solids trap and you can check out my video showing you how to build one of these, but that would catch all of the solid waste, but I don't have the matting in there, so it's not going to do that. And then your biological filter, and it's also doubling up as a tiny grow bed. I don't really want to put too much in there. Water then comes out the standpipe at the back. We can see with a bit of fancy plumbing and a bit of creativity, we've got the PVC and irrigation piping using what I could find to get the water to come into the NFT channels. So I've got one on either side and the water drops back down into the fish tank. And here we have the strawberries in a wicking tower. So I actually have cocoa peat in here and the water is wicking up, keeping them nice and damp, the roots, and they're growing super well. This particular variety of strawberry is a subtropical one, so it's not going to fruit in winter like all the others. It's making sure it's growing its runners and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't have my strawberries growing at the moment, but I'll get some fruit soon. Now the problem I have, well, let's go with the good part. The good part is my spring onions are going great. The strawberry plant that is in there is going great. And just have a look at how clean and healthy those roots are. Oh, fantastic. Alrighty, so the problem we had yesterday is some nitwit came and played around with this. So we had no water coming through this NFT pipe. And we can see there's no water there again. So, and someone's pulled it out. Now this is out the front, so people tend to be a bit nasty around here. So there's no water coming through here, and there should be. And that should be having water flowing through and then out here, just like it's doing. We can see the water here. It ain't happening. So what happened yesterday is all of my coriander died. Now my bok choy is still okay, but the coriander's died off. No water, it's going to do that, especially when it gets hot. So I've got to fix this and do something to deal with the people who are messing with my head at the moment. So that is a small problem that I'm having to deal with. My coriander's all died off, and as we can see, no water pumping through. And it drains out here and comes with the piping down here. But it's just, whether someone's playing, or someone is messing with me, because this pipe should actually be sitting in here, and it's been pulled out. So it's been pulled out and twisted, so I know someone's messing with me. It's not very nice, is it? Okay, so I'm going to fix that up. That coriander is not going to be able to survive, but the bok choy hopefully I can save. Getting onto this now. Check out the description to find some more information about aquaponics and how you can move forward and get this happening. Alright, this system is doing exceptionally well. I've got some very lovely and obvious broccoli growing incredibly well here, and I've got some strawberries growing. This is a different variety than the other system. It has a very pink flower, which I had to have. So it's doing incredibly well, loving that. Very nice, strong, thick stems for the broccoli, and the heads are forming. I realised that I didn't put any potassium bicarb in there, and I think that's caused the heads of the broccoli to not grow quite so quickly. So I've rectified that, and by adding that, which means that when I increased my pH, I did it with potassium. I normally alternate it, but I got my weekends confused and I missed a couple. So it really, it should actually have some strong heads there at the moment. You know, so you have your stem and then you have your flower, or not your flower head, the stem or the head of broccoli that people eat. It hasn't grown. but I'm confident that it will. And we have the Brazilian spinach. Does not like winter. It's a subtropical spinach, and it's starting to, not be happy, and that's okay. I wouldn't be happy either. Now, the one thing about this system is it needs to make sure I've got aeration happening, and my little solar air pump, it's hidden behind all the leaves. It's not actually getting the sun, so I need to take it off there and put it where it's going to be getting the sun, because very important. The fish do need oxygen, and especially at any time they need oxygen. But when you've got a good lot of plants like this, the plants use oxygen at night. And if you have algae in the system, and we always have algae in a system, it also uses the oxygen at night, as do the fish. So, between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, that bewitching hour, so to speak. So I will be moving that now as well. Right now, I'm absolutely thrilled with how this system is doing. This is out the back. We've got the fish down the bottom, the water pumps up, solid waste is caught in that pipe, and the water then flows into each of the grow beds, filters down and then back into the fish tank. And you can see, taking advantage of winter, because we can grow a lot more in winter, because I don't have the humidity up here that causes some of the fungal issues. Have a look at what those snow peas are doing. They've just completely taken off, but some bugger of a rat has come through and taken a big bite out of those. And it's a rat because it's also come in here and done the same with the broccoli. Now, it hasn't attacked the head, but it's attacked the smaller branches and leaves. So not a lot you can do about rats, but what I have done is I've got an old pill container. I've drilled some holes, and I have some cotton wool in here that I've put eucalyptus oil in, and I'm putting that in there just to deter them, because they don't like the smell of eucalyptus or peppermint oil. So I did that last night to try to keep them away from the broccoli, little buggers. And as I come out this morning, I can see that they've had a good feast on the snow peas. So I'm not overly thrilled about that. But yeah, I don't kill them. I can't kill them. But yeah, it's trying to work it out. We can see just the example here. We've got the nice little flower coming up, and that means that we're going to be getting the snow peas soon. Now, incidentally, people don't realize this, but you can eat your snow pea leaves now. So I start eating them, at about this height, and taking them off the bottom. I don't take them off any of the new branches, and I don't take it off the top, because if you take it off the top, it's going to stunt the growing. But taking it off down the bottom, nothing wrong with that. Don't overdo it. Your plant still needs them, but it doesn't hurt. We can see the rat came along yesterday. Very cheeky of it. I thought I'd distracted them enough, but clearly not. I had planted the coriander really close to it, hoping that would deter them, that they wouldn't be able to smell the broccoli. That hasn't been the case. And this is the a gerbera that has died off a bit, but it will, and it does that over winter. So I just generally take off any of the dead leaves, and it will come back. I run a constant flow system, so that means that there's always water in the grow bed up to about this high. Well, actually about this high. So it's one of those things, and I know that it works. I've been doing that for 15 years. I prefer constant flow to the flood and drain, especially with the small system. Now, before we go, I just got to show you, I'm so happy. This is what we call a string of dolphins plant. It's a succulent, and it's growing in the aquaponics system, which is awesome. And this is grown from just one stalk, one little arm of these succulents. And look at these flowers that have come up. Isn't that just beautiful? Just love it. So yes, an update of how my systems are going. They are going well, except for a few small little hiccups. It's going well.